The YouTube you know today will be unrecognizable in a year. AI content is flooding the platform, and most viewers don't even recognize what they're watching isn't made by humans anymore. I recently watched this fascinating video by creator Kate Cassidy here on YouTube about how the internet might be dying because of AI. And it really got me thinking about what's happening specifically on YouTube right now. The rise of what she calls AI slop is hitting YouTube hard. I've noticed it, and I want to talk about this and what it means for us as creators on this platform. Because to be completely brutally honest, which for those of you that know me know I'm pretty much 100% of the time, things are changing fast. And we need to be ready. I am seeing more and more of these faceless YouTube channels popping up everywhere. You know the ones, the stock footage, the AI generated voiceovers, and content that feels kind of like weird, empty, or like just off. And there are lots of channels out there teaching people how to create these types of videos as some kind of get rich quick scheme. Now I'm doing a whole separate video on faceless YouTube channels and the problems with them, so make sure you subscribe to catch that one. It's gonna be coming out soon. But today I wanna talk about the bigger picture of what's happening to YouTube as AI takes over. And most importantly, what you need to be doing about it right now. Do not wait. This is happening so fast and you wanna be ready. Hello, my name is Erika Vieira, a YouTube channel producer for nearly 10 years and biggest cheerleader for women creators. Is this the future that we want? Are we all gonna end up watching content that's made by machines? Or is there still hope for human connection on this platform? Ladies, class is in session. So what exactly is AI flop? It's this flood of low effort, low quality content that is being churned out using AI tools. And YouTube is becoming ground zero for it. These faceless, it's hard to say faceless. These faceless channels are exploding right now. I get it, it is new, kind of exciting. A lot of people are testing the waters with this, seeing what they can do and ultimately get away with. They follow a pretty simple formula. AI generated script, AI or outsourced voiceover, stock footage or AI generated images, and boom, you got a video. No face required, no makeup, no hair, no studio, no personality. There are literally tech bros out there selling courses on how to create these channels as passive income machines. And hey, here's the thing. I'm not knocking a way to make money. It's fine, it's cool. But ultimately there is an impact with this type of content on the platform. And the whole pitch with that type of business model is about training the AI tools or AI agents and then outsourcing literally everything to AI and people you can pay cheaply to work with your new trained AI. Write the script, AI and outsource. Record the voiceover, AI. Edit the video, AI and outsource that too. Thumbnail, AI. The goal is to be as hands-off as possible while pumping out as many videos as possible across multiple channels. It's not about passion, it's not really about adding value, it's purely transactional. How can I make the most money with the least amount of effort? And don't get me wrong, I love making money and I talk about it a lot on this channel, the importance of generating an ROI for your work here on YouTube. But this just feels a little bit different and you can feel it when you watch these videos. There's something missing. That human spark, that genuine enthusiasm that makes YouTube so special, it's just not there. Now, if you're not a YouTube creator, you might be thinking, so what? Who cares how the content gets made as long as it's informative, as long as there's value there? This tech is here. It's great. We should use it. We should embrace it. This is the future, blah, blah, blah. And that is exactly why it is working right now. Most regular viewers, people who are not in the creator space, they do not realize that what they're watching is completely AI generated. They're just consuming the information. They might enjoy it even. The early adopters of this approach are absolutely crushing it right now. They got in early. They're following the formula and they are seeing growth. Some of these channels are getting millions of views with content that took minimal effort to create. But here's the thing, this success has a shelf life. If you think there's a lot out there already, we are just scratching the surface. We are just at the beginning. That number is only going up and it's going up fast. And as more people jump on this bandwagon, the competition gets fiercer. The later you join this game, the harder it's going to be to stand out. It's simple economics. When supply increases but demand stays the same, the value drops. But there's an even bigger issue here that not many people are talking about yet. The content recycling problem, which is something Kate mentioned in her video that I've been thinking a lot about as well. Here's how it works. AI tools learn from existing content to generate new content. But what happens when that AI generated content becomes training data for the next generation of AI? We get this weird flattening effect where everything starts to look the same. The nuance disappears. The unique perspectives go away. It all becomes this boring ass, homogenized blob of content. And it's not just the scripts, it's the thumbnails, the titles, the editing style. Everything becomes formulaic. I mean, have you noticed how many YouTube thumbnails look exactly the same these days? I mean, it was already getting a little bit bad to begin with without AI, creators getting inspired by other creators, but now this is taking it to a whole nother level. And what's worse is that this creates a laziness loop. Creators see what's working, they use AI to replicate it, viewers consume it, and the cycle continues. Original thinking becomes rarer and rarer and rarer. In my 2025 predictions video, which you should definitely check out if you haven't already, I talked about this exact problem. We are heading towards this weird content monoculture where everything looks the same. But here is where I think there's hope. At the end of the day, YouTube became the powerhouse it is because of human connection. Think about your favorite YouTubers you watch. Why do you watch them? Is it just for information? Or is it because you feel like you know them? You feel connected. You enjoy their personality, their quirks, their unique perspective on the world. That is something AI just can't replicate. At least not yet. I mean, it might try. Who knows where we'll be in 5-10 years. And I think as AI content becomes more prevalent, that human connection is going to become even more valuable. And this is at the heart of my YouTube bootcamp. This is what I've personally been teaching and coaching creators with for years, is not necessarily looking externally for content ideas and inspiration, but internally. The bootcamp involves a lot of introspective work for this reason, to help you find your own unique perspective, creativity, and edge. And it's now more important than ever. And there are certain niches where AI content just doesn't work well. Like, I don't want to watch an AI generated review of a makeup product. I want to see how it looks on actual human skin, how it applies, how it wears throughout the day. There are a lot of niches that fit in that category, especially product review niches. And then you have the more artistic niches where a human is actually creating some form of art. This is top of mind for me because I recently had 2 interviews with crochet YouTubers, and one of the interviews with Tony Lipsy, we talked about how YouTube content and social media in general helps to keep these hobbies and art forms alive. There's a whole world, especially in like the rise of like AI. There's so many beautiful art forms. If people like you don't talk about it, right, it's gonna die.
It'll just fade away.
I do think that people will gravitate towards actual humans doing these types of art forms and teaching about them, even if AI tries to infiltrate those niches as well. Well, it's humans pushing the AI into those niches, but you know what I mean. And I think that we are gonna see a premium placed on authenticity. The more and more of this AI slop gets generated, the more real human content will be valued. The creators who can show their humanity, who can build genuine connections with their audience, they're the ones who will thrive long term. I don't know about you, but when I get a sense that something is heavily created using AI, I almost have a visceral reaction and I click away. And there was an interesting study that came out that said that 50% of consumers can correctly identify copy that is AI generated. And when asked about their interaction with said AI copy, about that same percentage, 52%, said that they would become less engaged with AI content. So it does seem like people generally aren't loving AI content, at least right now. We're still in the early stages and who knows how good this AI content can be. Editing Erika here. I had to jump in. When I first filmed this just a few weeks ago, VO3 had just been released. But now, after seeing what it can actually do, what I just said, that people can still spot AI generated video, yeah, that's gonna be changing. VO3 is terrifyingly realistic. We've officially crossed the line, and it's only gonna get better and harder to detect from here. I'm planning an entire video on this, but I needed to let you know right now, we have hit a moment in history. You don't need a big budget or production team anymore. Everyday people can now create hyper-realistic human video, and that changes everything.
I'm fake, and so is everything and everyone in this video.
This may look real, but none of it happened.
Now, these creatures do not have to worry about AI video because, of course, they are fake. I'm also fake.
I feel like someone wrote me into a script.
I guess I'm an AI prompt now.
Get ready for a flood of fake videos trying to make you believe certain things or feel a certain way. This technology makes it easy.
Is it true this is all fake and people really shouldn't believe everything they see?
Well, yeah, I'm as fake as it gets.
I'm not
AI. I'm a real human. No, we are not made with prompts. No, we're not made with prompts. We're all genuine.
Now, there's an interesting dynamic at play with YouTube's algorithm that might actually help with this problem. YouTube creates these content silos based on what you want to watch. If you're watching a lot of skincare reviews from real people, that is what the algorithm will keep showing you, skincare reviews. If you're watching AI-generated history videos, you'll probably get more history videos, many of which might be AI-generated. So in some ways, your YouTube experience is what you make of it. If you actively avoid clicking on AI-generated content, whether you know it or not, you might not see much of it at all. This creates a feedback loop. If viewers start preferring human content and engaging with it more, the algorithm will promote it more. If AI content gets fewer clicks and less watch time, it'll get pushed down. So ultimately, viewer behavior will shape what succeeds on the platform. The question is, what will viewers choose? And how good can AI get? That, ladies, I don't really know yet. But right now, it's sloppy, mindless, and kind of boring. This was before VO3. Now, all bets are off. I still believe these YouTube silos will continue to exist though. So what does all this mean for us as creators? How do we navigate this new AI landscape? First, if you haven't been able to tell already, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't love AI. I really don't. I think many of us are gonna look back and yearn for the days before AI existed. I'm already kind of yearning for that. Just like we sometimes miss the pre-social media era or the days before anyone had a smartphone. But the toothpaste is out of the tube. We can't put it back. AI is here, and to stay competitive and relevant, we need to learn how to work with it. And while I don't love AI, I am liking how it's helping me be more efficient in my workflow and get out content like this much more frequently. It's part of the reason I'm even able to do this content blitz I'm doing now, which is uploading 3 videos a week for you. And so I have been pretty busy in working with AI for my workflow, for my business, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. And so it is important as a business owner, as a content creator, you need to start learning how to use these AI tools. So here are my recommendations. 1, use AI to enhance your creativity, not replace it. I've been experimenting with tools like ChatGPT, Claude, even Poppy AI. They can help with research, brainstorming, and even some aspects of scripting. But the final product should still have your voice, your perspective, your humanity. I did a whole video on how most people are using ChatGPT wrong. You're gonna wanna check out that video as well. If you own a business, now is the time to get on YouTube. As AI content increases, people will crave seeing the humans behind the brands that they support. Show your face, share your story, build that connection. It is going to become increasingly important. Incorporate vlogs or lives into your content strategy. They don't have to be your main content, but they show your humanity in a way that AI simply cannot replicate. On my channel, my vlogs, they don't really get the most views, but the people who watch them feel a deeper connection with me as a person. And that's why I'm doing them. The key is a fine balance. Use AI as a tool to make you more efficient, but do not let it strip away what makes you unique, special, and human. So I'm really curious, what is your connection with AI content on YouTube? Can you tell when you're watching something AI generated? Do you click away? Does it not bother you? Do you enjoy some of it? I mean, I'll admit it, there are these YouTube shorts that are kind of entertaining where they show images of like Disney princesses on the runway. Those are kind of fun, all right? I'll watch those and enjoy those. So let me know in the comments below. I read every single one and I'd love to hear your perspective on this. Also, I am hosting a free live class where I'll be diving deeper into creating YouTube content in the AI era. I will be sharing specific strategies for standing out and building genuine connections with your audience. The link to register is in the description. And you wanna learn more about my take on faceless YouTube channels specifically, make sure you're subscribed because that video is coming soon and it's gonna be eye-opening. Thank you so much for watching. I truly believe that even in this AI-dominated future, there will always be space for real human connection. And that is something worth fighting for. Until next time, keep shining, keep creating, and most importantly, keep being you. Mwah.